Mr. Secretary, thank you for being with us today. I want to thank you for ending the pause on LNG exports. I want to thank you for your commitment to replenish our strategic petroleum reserve. And I also want to thank you for setting an agency goal that you list as unleashing American energy dominance while strengthening our national security. I noticed in your testimony on page 3, you talk about the importance of AI, artificial intelligence. You referred to it as the next Manhattan Project. I've also heard it referred to as the next space race. You list there that we need all energy sources to power the global AI race and meet growing data center energy demands, including nuclear, gas, geothermal, coal, while also ensuring the security of the grid. And so I would ask if you would just take a brief moment to talk to the committee about how the department is planning to meet the growing energy needs, not only of data centers, which are extremely important, but also we know advanced manufacturing as we bring more advanced manufacturing online. The energy needs of transportation now as we see more vehicles being electrified. So can you just tell us briefly your goal as to how you would like to see the Department of Energy move forward to make sure that we have the energy necessary to compete in this AI race?
Fantastic. Love the question and love the premise of how critical AI is. And I've called it the next Manhattan Project for a reason. I'm sure you're aware. You know, in the original Manhattan Project, Nazi Germany was also trying to develop an atomic bomb. So the cost of being second was just devastating. Like, that was a race, not you want to win, we had to win. And I think AI has similar overlay. You know, we see the great commercial and personal lifestyle uses of AI already, but its uses will be dramatically impactful to basic science, and maybe I'll get to that later, but also to national defense. If we are lagging, if we're behind China in AI, our sovereignty, our national defense is at risk. I think it is not an option for us to get second in AI. And I think in the last administration, where we saw very little growth in America's energy production capacity, we were on a road where we were not going to lead in AI. So as I think you and I both believe, we need to lean in. And if we're going to win AI, it is an energy-intensive manufacturing industry. We have to enable the growth, dramatic growth of American energy production if we are to lead in AI. Fortunately, we have the resources, we have the businesses, and we have the technologies here to invest in those energy things. The main thing I view the department and the government as a whole is to get out of the way and to enable private businesses and enterprises to bring the hundreds of billions of dollars of capital investment that'll be needed to lead in AI. You mentioned LNG exports and natural gas. Today, natural gas is by far the U.S.'s largest source of electricity. It's fast to stand up. We got a lot of capacity rooms to grow there. We want to remove barriers to growing that. Nuclear, I think, has a huge runway. It's not grown in the United States for decades, but it could and it should. That is another reliable, affordable, dispatchable energy source, very well suited for AI. Coal. Look, coal is the largest source of electricity in the United States for decades and on the globe for 100 years. And we've been dramatically shrinking our coal capacity when we want to grow our electricity generating capacity. That just makes no sense.
And Mr. Secretary, I agree with you. This is a race we can't afford to lose. You mentioned nuclear as being a key component. We've heard a lot about SMRs, small modular reactors, but also want to talk more about large-scale nuclear reactors. In my home state of Mississippi, we have the Grand Gulf Nuclear Power Facility, which is the most powerful single-unit nuclear power plant in the United States. It is also one of the most efficient and most reliable. The facility there that has operated that nuclear power facility has an existing early site permit that expires in 2027. So that permit, which existed for 20 years, will soon expire. They have indicated to me that they would like to renew that permit, but have also talked about it being cost prohibitive, that it is projected to cost tens of millions of dollars just to renew a permit where there has been very little done. And so, in my last few seconds here, can you talk about how important it is to cut red tape and to streamline the permitting process for projects such as that?
Just central. Look, our nation became great. We have gorgeous buildings like the one we're in right now because before in America, we built big, grand things with a reasonable balance between being safe, being careful of the local environment, and making stuff happen. Now that balance is swung so far, it's easy to stop something, it's hard to do something. I am all in on trying to change that. You've got a great nuclear power plant with a fantastic operating record. It should be a quick audit of how it's working, what it's doing, and it should be easier and much cheaper to extend that permit and keep the plant operating. I am fully aligned with that objective. And thank you for raising it publicly.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and Mr. Chairman, I yield back.